Everyone has dreamed of a Pokemon game at a certain point where you could travel to more than one region or play with other people, like in MMOs. Nowadays, many fan projects make this possible, but the biggest one is PokeMMO. It contains so much content that it will take hundreds of hours to see every event, function, and feature of this MMO. So let's review the content of this game. First, PokeMMO's new features. PokeMMO contains Kanto, the Savi Islands, Johto, Hone, Sinnoh, and Unova, with all the stories we know from the core games happening in all those regions. To travel between regions, the developers integrated a new NPC, this pirate here. He is the swimming taxi that transports the player, for example, from Kanto to Unova. Story-wise, only a few tiny changes were made. These changes are supposed to introduce new gimmicks to the players. For balancing purposes, there is a level cap in this game, which stops you from using Pokemon that are too strong for the point you are at of the story. The slight difficulty increase displays a challenge that is funny to face, especially for Nuzlocke. I would put the difficulty level a bit higher than the challenge mode of Pokemon Black and White 2. New swarms were integrated to help you gather Pokemon that are ordinarily not so easy to find. These swarms randomly spawn a non-specific location. They include one unique Pokemon, and you can see them walking around on the overworld. And to stay at collecting Pokemon, the Pokédex now shows you more helpful pieces of information about Pokemon you already registered, for example, the learn set, evolutions method, and more. Visually, the developers spread the concept of the 4 seasons from the 5th generation to all other regions. The new global trade link is a marketplace where players can put most of their Pokemon and items on auction. The currency used for this is the normal Pokédollar, which can be earned by fighting NPC trainers and selling items like in the vanilla games. Logically, strong Pokemon with a hidden ability or 3x31 IVs are more expensive than regular Pokemon. Shinies are the most valuable ones, which makes shiny hunting more spicier. These elements are the prerequisite of PokeMMO's solid and balanced economy. This means that even after finishing all the main stories, players have no money overfloat, and there is still much to grind for. As mentioned, one way to farm Pokédollars is to beat NPC trainers. They are endlessly rematchable, but have a cooldown between fights. Overall, fighting is a significant part of this game. After entering the first Pokemon battle, it is noticeable that PokeMMO runs on the Generation 5 battle engine. Therefore, there are no fairy types and no moves later introduced than Black and White 2, which keeps the game in a more classical version. Despite this, the developers included newer gimmicks like raids. PokeMMO offers another way to compete with other players, a PvP system. Playable are the standard formats like single battles, double battles, and random battles. And like in chess or Pokemon Showdown, the players have an elo that rises or falls depending on whether they are winning or losing. For every match a player does, the game hands out matchmaking reward points, and by reaching certain minimums, matchmaking rewards are obtainable. Additionally, there are also tournaments to compete in. But for a better chance to dominate in the PvP matches,
thank you all for being here for the Spidget 1 tournament entry, 1 tournament win.
Good Pokemon are required with perfect IVs, EVs, hidden ability, items, and moves. These Pokemon are acquired via breeding in the Pokemon daycare, like in the base games. Still, it is now more complicated. Watch a tutorial about how to breed Pokemon in this game because it would be too boring for those not interested in breeding if I explained this now. Pokemon with hidden abilities are buyable on the global trade link and catchable through raids or alpha swarms, which are extremely rare. The developers implemented hordes, like in Auras or X and Y, that speed up the progress of training Pokemon to reach their perfect EVs. PokeMMO, a combination of MMO and Pokemon. From PvP battles, whether random or the basic 1 versus 1, to catch all Pokemon throughout the regions, this game offers an enormous amount of content. Shiny Pokemon are expensive, and shiny hunting is a way to make money.
Oh my god.
Pokemon raids are extremely difficult and take time to master. The game consists of many quality of life changes, which make this fusion perfect. If you are searching for a good combination of Pokemon and MMO, then this one might be the one for you.